The island of Mindoro. Nestled in the heart of the southern Tagalog region in the Philippines, it is an essential gateway which bridges Luzon, Palawan, and the Visayas Islands. Of the islands in southern Luzon, Mindoro is key to the Mimaropa region. But as regional ties draw even closer, one city rises to the helm. Welcome to Calapan. Known by its many titles such as the City of the Golden Grains, the Disciplined City, the Agropolis of the South, the provincial capital and administrative center of the Mimaropa region, Calapan is certainly a cut above the rest. But what it is today is a long walk in history, a past that Calapan honors in its very own Kop Festival. Launched only in 2009, the Kop Festival is a celebration of culture and history. Participated by various sectors of Calapan's broad citizenry, the Calapeño walk their streets, an impregnable throng moving as one. The Kop Festival is intended to be a yearly celebration, packed with performances, floats, and most significant of all, history. Along the main streets, floats detailing the defining moments of their past add insight into the Calapan of today. It is a brief but poignant walk in time. The beginnings of Calapan cannot be told separate from the history of the island that embraces it. After all, any notion of Calapan would not have existed without Mindoro. Mindoro, once called Mai or Mait to the Chinese, is the 7th largest island in the Philippines. It is part of the great trading routes that connected all of Southeast Asia, from Indonesia to China, reaching even as far as India. Evidences of Calapan's vibrant trading route are kept in the Regional Museum in Calapan. In it, a small collection of Chinese porcelain, earthenware, and jewelry predating the Spanish colonization are proofs of an economy existing long before the Spanish conquistadores claimed Mindoro. When the Spanish did reach the shores of Mindoro sometime in the 16th century, it was, to their surprise, already inhabited. Waves of migrants through the centuries had already established fixed settlements which dotted the landscape. Today, the remnants of these settlers are alive most notably in the Mangyan. The Mangyan, a collective term for several ethno-linguistic minorities, they are the lasting images of an almost forgotten era. Under the sword and the cross, the island of Mai was rechristened as Mina de Oro, the gold mine. As the need to organize towns and establish government grew, Calapan finally came into history. It was then a small coastal settlement branching off from the main town of Baco. Found under the Augustinian Recollects, religious influence in the area became an undeniable part of Calapan's culture and character. By the 1800s, the religious district of northern Mindoro was awarded to Calapan, a huge responsibility for a small town. It was also the seat of Calapan's vicariate and the source of the Spanish's cultural influence. Throughout the years, the old Calapan church had been the center of religious activity, its influence as sturdy as its stone foundations. After standing for more than 100 years, a new Santo Niño church stands above the ruins of the old. Through its wide interior, stained glass windows filter beams of light into the hall. Fashioned to the times, the new Calapan Cathedral now includes a 21-piece pipe organ. All around the city, new towns were being founded, and with it, Calapan's influence grew. From then on, the ball began to roll, and this once modest coastal town was rapidly becoming more like the town it would be centuries later. By the turn of the 19th century, Calapan was considered the seat of colonial power in Mindoro, and soon it would be the setting for a battle for freedom as well. When a new Philippine Republic was formally established, Calapan once again found peace. Calapan, then still a town, was declared the official provincial capital of Oriental Mindoro, a title it still holds to date. Amid its moments of glory, Calapan has likewise seen tremendous suffering. Along the streets of M. Adriatico and Bonifacio are ancestral homes that bear a grim past. These homes are believed to have once served as headquarters and torture chambers for the Japanese in the Second World War. Local heroes Virgilio Encarnacion, Dr. Jesus Punzalan, and Bishop William Fineman, who had been captured and subsequently tortured, are remembered today for their bravery. Throughout the rest of the 20th century, Calapan blossomed in an era of peace, and soon the municipality turned the corner and was declared its cityhood in 1998. Calapan is a city that moved with the times, but its history in many ways still resonates today. In the back alleys and bridges, in old churches and schools, in the plains and the hilltops, each of them forming the foundations that raise Calapan. Calapan is today a vibrant city with a booming industry and a growing populace. To date, it is responsible for 62 villages and is home to over 116,000 citizens. For this, Calapan has set it upon itself to be a model city, and it does so beginning with its people. Just like many Filipinos, the Calapeño are accommodating, warm, and hardworking. They emphasize values of discipline, ensuring an orderly city. If Mindoro is the gold mine, then Calapan's golden grains are its treasure. An agropolis, Calapan attributes its economic prosperity to an essential staple: rice. Close to 70% of Calapan's vast flatlands are devoted to agriculture, in particular the production of the rice crop. Calapan produces an average of 5.8 metric tons of rice per hectare. Even on a lean season, Calapan's grains continue to flourish, supplying the country with its insatiable appetite for rice. Though trade and commerce are mainly confined to wholesale and manufacturing, other industries have also had the opportunity to flourish. Richard Alcanais is a native of Calapan. An outdoor enthusiast, he has made a lucrative business with his local hobby.
Richard, my name is Richard, dito sa Mindoro, Calapan. Isang mountaineer, so kaya naging related yung munting business ko because of mountaineering. Bali nag-start yun, kaya natuto kami nito. It's true because of our co-mountaineers from UP.
Taking his experience in his many mountain climbs, Richard set out to build Apak outdoor footwear.
Yung Apak, siyempre, alam mo naman, barefooted, apak ka talaga eh. So sabi ba, okay yung pangalang Apak na yan. So yun, nag-merge yun. Hanggang sa nakilala yun dito sa Mindoro. Ang ginawa lang namin, gumawa lang kami ng parang label siya na 5'8" ang size na tribal. Parang pinakang trademark mo na yun. Unique. Kasi ginagamit naming materials is gulong ng sasakyan. Yan, napaka-environmentalist ang dating ika nga. Imbis na itapo mo, sunugin mo yung gulong, bibili na lang namin, gagawin namin chinelas. So ayun, natutuwa naman, at least kahit pa paano nakikilala na.
Undoubtedly, local pride is high. SMEs, like the Apak outdoor footwear, find strength in numbers. with several associations that help in livelihood programs, through training, seminars, and with fairs by partnership foundations, civic improvement can be felt. The industries of Calapan, from the big to the small, are made even stronger by its important facility, its flourishing baseport. Although Calapan has its own airport, the short strip used by small charter planes are no match against its busy port. As vessels ply to and from Calapan, it brings with it possibility and opportunity. In fact, the port of Calapan is one of the busiest larboards on Mindoro Island. As part of the Western Seaboard Nautical Highway, Calapan is not only vital to the province, but to the country's domestic trade as well. The critical lifeline for rolling cargo, goods coming from Batangas pass through Calapan before transecting the rest of Mindoro. From then on, shipments find their way to Panay Island and the rest of southern Philippines. Only 22 nautical miles from the port of Batangas, the geographical convenience of Calapan has since the Spanish times been its most important economic thrust. Today, Calapan is a mere 3-hour travel from Manila via the South Luzon Expressway and the Southern Tagalog Access Road. Also the main transit point for people as well. Roll-on, roll-off, and fast craft vessels run from Batangas and back. Trips to either ends bring into Calapan hundreds of visitors. But its privileges as a baseport is coupled with a deeper responsibility. The Verde Island Passage, a busy trading strait, is also one of the most important centers of marine diversity in the world. Its worth is invaluable, and with the help of the Philippine Coast Guard, the Maritime Police Office, along with a host of other organizations that hold offices in Calapan, the city does its part in protecting an invaluable natural treasure. With a vision for a disciplined and empowered citizenry, living in a peaceful, progressive, and environmentally conscientious city, Calapan is certainly geared up to be a premier service and agri-business center for its region. As a transit point, Calapan is to tourists an option to take when traveling to their favorite destinations. Puerto Galera, the tourism capital of Mindoro, is only 53 kilometers or an hour and a half's drive from Calapan. While places in the Visayas like Boracay, often accessed through Rojas Port in the southern tip of the province, is only about 143 kilometers away. But when guests arrive, they find reasons to stay. Amid the relaxed of rurality, Calapan is very much a city with all the basic necessities available. It understands that business never sleeps. With its 24-hour banking and the complete offering of services and facilities, business never falls behind. Calapan provides diverse accommodations as well, restful places to suit your liking. Business hotels within the city provide the comforts of home, coupled with the convenience of working close by. The Filipiniana Calapan Resort Hotel is strategically placed across the new Southern Luzon regional offices, making sure guests from around the region are housed comfortably. Along the Calapan City Expressway, the Filipiniana attracts a host of business travelers. It also appeals to those seeking leisure and relaxation. With its 50 rooms furnished to the finest detail, Filipiniana is a favorite among many. Seek out their pools, jacuzzis, saunas, or have a quiet sit-down dinner in the La Isla Bar and Grill restaurant. But for those who wish to be near the swells of the sea, Calapan's beachfronts are littered with resorts. Stay at the Nahaw Island View Resort and enjoy the sun and the sand. But when the sun settles in, enjoy the evening with some live music and delicious dinners. Whether you're relaxing in your own private porch with an amazing view of the islets, or sweating it out in their 3-level badminton court, Nahaw provides no dull moment. On the other side of the coast, where the winds are stronger, enjoy some water sports, like kayaking, water skiing, among other exciting activities. Stay at the El Pueblo Resort, an inexpensive stay with no frills but no worries. In the town of Parang, there are a few interesting sites to explore as well. Stay at the Aganhao Garden Resort, or at the Parang Beach, while you trace along its beachfront. While there, take a parao or a small boat to the islands across the Calapan coast. Calapan has 5 islets, 2 of which have white sands and can be docked for a private swim. Try Harcapiloto Island. A 15-minute ride from the mainland, it is a fish sanctuary with spectacular coral reef formations. The experience of snorkeling along the Verde Island Passage is in itself an exciting idea. While on your way, sail to the Calawangan Lake for a tour of the waterway. Still in need of more eco-experiences, then head on to the Calapan Nature Park, a 10-minute ride from the city center. The park offers the refreshing ease of the outdoors. Often used for camping or mountain biking, its wide area has also been used for meetings and team-building activities. But don't be limited to just these. Aside from various natural attractions, visit their historical and religious sites as well as their agro-tourism attractions. When in Calapan, eat like the Calapeño. A good, hearty, and well-deserved meal after a hard day's work is usually the order of the night. There are staples like the Hungry King's Diner and the Will's Diner restaurant and sports bar, just to name a few. For a nightcap, live it up at Minds, Wines, and Spirits, or have a listen and laugh at the Funline Comedy Bar.
Certified po akong bakla.
Still, if that's not enough, yearly celebrations like the Kop Festival offer rare opportunities to immerse in their local culture. There are over 50 fiestas throughout the year, though mostly religious in nature. Even the disciplined Calapeños still know how to enjoy a great party. With a growing pool of accredited hotels, pensions, resorts, recreational facilities, and a host of restaurants, there is no doubt you can call Calapan home while on your vacation around the province. And when all is said and done, take home with you some of Calapan's comforts. Bring home some of their local delicacies. Try a famous local snack, the toasted siopao. A new twist to the classic Chinese hot bun. The toasted siopao craze in Calapan is noteworthy. For wine drinkers, bring home some tuba. Selected by hand, the nectar of the coconut is fermented to make this classic Filipino liquor. Keep in mind, when well prepared, tuba packs a punch. But in a place that is abundant with rice, it is not surprising that their main local delicacy is the suman. A traditional Filipino snack, suman is found almost anywhere in the Philippines. Made with steamed glutinous rice mixed with lye and wrapped in banana leaves, it is often eaten with the morning coffee. In Merrill's Native Delicacies, there are a host of delicious Filipino delights to accompany you on your trip home. But it is their suman celia with cocoa jam that has made its mark on Calapan's cuisine. To the steady growth of tourism, several souvenir shops have opened up in the city. While in the city proper, visit places like the small creations. Loyal to its name, they offer all sorts of knickknacks from musical instruments, figurines, even shirts embellished with images distinct to Mindoro. But for authentic Mangyan designs, unique to Mindoro, head to the Mangyan Heritage Center in the town of Lalud, where visitors can not only take home great souvenirs, but also help preserving a people integral to Calapan. History is often seen as an intricate masterpiece, carved through the centuries by careful hands. In many ways, it seems this is true of Calapan. Their people, their values, their city continuing to carve their exciting story of progress.